There's a special thing that happens with when music and film kind of marry together in a way. They're just way more special than the two things on their own added up. Hello, I'm Charles Watson, and I am currently in a studio called Chale Abbey on the Isle of Wight in England, and I am just tracking a new record. My kind of strongest early memory of music is like quite linked to visuals. My dad's not a musician or an artist, but he used to make these home videos, and he would make these kind of like quite cinematic looking. He would get us to like run through a hayfield, and he would do like these really wide shots, and then he would put like a really sad 80s Leonard Cohen song over the top. It laid a foundation that I kind of can't get away from, even if I want to now. So I actually heard about disco from a music supervisor. It was like a quick turnaround thing, like, have you got any of these kinds of things? And they were like, just drop it in my disco. And I was like, what is this disco? It seemed like just like a perfect solution. I think the nesting function is great because it's so easy for these things to just kind of disappear, especially if it's not like the final master. I think being organised and it being kind of like visually pleasing as well. It's kind of like this fun filing cabinet that anyone can access anywhere. I do a couple of different things, like I don't always want them in the same place. So like having, say, a film score or like a bunch of stuff that's associated with it, some production, some writing, like having folders and playlists and places where they can live is really handy, keeps it organised. You spent all this time making this thing. So just it living in one place rather than it just being this zip file that gets sent from people's desktops. I think it's just another useful thing as an artist, really, like knowing that it looks how it's supposed to look. I think that subconsciously your brain just does something, it just thinks about it differently rather than it just being like a white page with like a play sign. And it being able to represent you visually, I think is actually a really big part of it. I think being in possession of the numbers is always good. If someone's said that they've listened to it and they haven't, the numbers don't lie. Anyone who has the inkling that they want to make a record, they should totally make it. It's a magical thing. I just love it. I think it's the best thing in the world.